Shep and Foolish, Lions had an opportunity to really kind of distance themselves a little bit from everybody else in the NFC North. Couldn't get it done last week. Really disappointing effort in Pittsburgh. What was your take on the fake field goal?
I think that they should stop stuff that they don't do consistently, and that right there surprised the team and myself when I know we could have actually probably went better with a field goal.
Yeah, I think they're a better team than Pittsburgh. They're a better team than this Tampa club, too, for a lot of reasons. Not because of the record, where Tampa's 2-8, not because Greg Schiano seemingly has lost control of that football team, but a number of key positions, so let's look at those. 2010 NFL Draft, Sam Bradford goes number 1 to the Rams. Ndamukong Suh, Gerald McCoy, both very good defensive tackles at the collegiate position, where Suh is at Nebraska, McCoy's at Oklahoma. Detroit goes with Ndamukong Suh, and it was the right move. He's the better defensive tackle, even though I like Gerald McCoy, who's been very, very good. Suh's been dominant, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, he's been dominant, but these Lions have been bragging about Tampa Bay's defense, which I do not like. Because a club that really, what are they, 2-7? 2-8, and you're bragging about their defense, that scares me. I like to hear more, we're going to score on your ass, and we're going to dominate the game, not give props to a team that's 2-8. They never did it to us.
Well, I'm giving them props, unfortunately. Gerald McCoy right now leads defensive tackles and pressures, but Ndamukong Suh has more since he's been in the league than anybody else. The key matchup that everybody's talking about, and you and I talked about it this morning, is Calvin Johnson, best receiver in the game, Darrelle Revis, some feel the best corner in the game. Who gets the edge here?
I think that Calvin Johnson gets the edge because he sucks. Tampa Bay sucks.
Well, Calvin Johnson doesn't suck.
No, Calvin Johnson doesn't suck, but I'm saying the Tampa Bay Buccaneers suck. And I don't like giving teams who are 2-8 any type of props because they suck. Oh. And your oranges do too, Tampa Bay. When's the last time you had a good orange?
Well, they're now pewter and burgundy, which is confusing to me why they changed their colors. Calvin Johnson is in the top 2 in 10 different categories since 2007. He's got 65 touchdowns, but Darrelle Revis, the last time they met, the only time they met in 2010, when Revis was a Jet, Calvin Johnson had just 1 catch and 13 yards, but he told us yesterday at practice, I'm a different player now, so is Darrelle Revis. Let's look at the quarterback matchups, because even though many people think you win championships on defense, it is a quarterback league. Mike Glennon completing 61% of his passes, but he's a rookie. Matt Stafford is having one of his best seasons, if not his best season.
Okay, you're completing 61% of your passes to who with 2-8 losses, huh? The referees? What's going on here? Why are we giving them props?
You don't like that, do you?
I don't like giving them props.
You think Detroit should just ignore Tampa and focus on themselves?
I think that Detroit should say, hey, when's the next game after we dominate these used-to-be's? And they used to have a defense. That's right. When Mr. Zach was playing with them, Mr. Gruden was the coach, they suck.
2-8. It's tough to argue with them. Detroit needs this one and make sure they don't look past the Buccaneers, because Green Bay is calling on Thanksgiving Day.